So, not too long ago, I received the information that Stephanie McMahon has stepped down from her position as co-CEO of WWE, and much like last night with the Alexa Bliss angle to lead off Raw, or during Raw, and I posted my review of that, I wanted to express my opinion on this matter as well. This is taken from Steph's Twitter, and it reads, as Dear WWE Universe, about 8 months ago, I took a leave of absence, and within a few weeks, I unexpectedly had the opportunity of a lifetime. I had the privilege to return as co-CEO and chairwoman of WWE Board of Directors, of the WWE Board. I cannot put into words how proud I am to have led what I consider to be the greatest company in the world, working alongside a remarkable leadership team and one of the strongest executives I have known in my co-CEO, Nick Khan. Our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair, and is leading an existing process regarding strategic alternatives, and with Nick's leadership and Triple H's as chief content officer, I am confident WWE is in a perfect place to continue to provide unparalleled creative content and drive maximum value for shareholders. WWE is in such a strong position that I have decided to return to my leave and take it one step further with my official resignation. I look forward to cheering on WWE from the other side of the business where I started when I was a little kid as a pure fan. I will always remain dedicated to WWE. I truly love our company, our employees, our superstars, and our fans. I am grateful to all of our partners. Thank you for everything. Then, now, forever, together, Steph. First off, thank you, Stephanie, for all you've done for wrestling fans, for the WWE, and all you've given over the years. From 1998 to now, I completely understand why you want to do this, and I will get to my opinion on this situation in a second. There's another part that I want to talk about from an NSN.com article, specifically taken from our within USA Today Sports. This is a quote which I will include in the description, a link to this official article. I look forward to, this is just taken, they talk about Steph's tweet, and then one from her father. I'd like to express my full support for Stephanie's personal decision, Vince McMahon said in a WWE press release on Tuesday. I will forever be grateful that she offered to step in during my absence. I am truly proud of the job she did co-leading WWE. Stephanie has always been the ultimate ambassador for our company, and her decades-long contributions have left an immeasurable impact on our brand. I completely agree with everything that Vince said. And I think that the one thing people are jumping to right now is this is the complete 180 of what they talked about late last week, when they said the power structure within WWE was not going to change upon the return of Vince McMahon. I know that this makes it seem like they went back on their words, but think about where the situation was right before the Vince McMahon situation came out last summer. Steph had stepped away, and there was a lot of people that thought she stepped away because of her father and the situation that arose from that situation. The fact of the matter is, go back to, 2021, when Triple H had his health scare. I genuinely believe part of the reason why Steph stepped back is because she wanted to be able to spend time with her kids and retain what is important, and that is family. And I think that's why Steph made the decision that she did, and why maybe, just maybe, they're looking to what a few years ago would not have been the case That being the fact that WWE would not have sold because Stephanie and Shane would have been in more than capable position to handle running the company and Triple H. But now, after Triple H's health scare a couple of years ago, they may see what is more important, and that is life outside of WWE. That's just my opinion. That they see what is more important, and that is life outside of the company and outside of that bubble, and that they want to set the company up for the future to be able to sustain itself, that they still love WWE, that they still express 100% 100% emphasis on WWE and want WWE to succeed for decades to come. But as far as having as much commitment to running the brand as they did, I don't think it's there because of the health scare that happened a few years ago. I think that is the only reason why the change in perception, because when you almost die, which Triple H talks about in his impulsive interview with Logan Paul on his podcast, Triple H almost died. When that happens, it changes perspective for you. It changed perspective for Stephanie because she wanted to be with her kids. She wanted to be a mother. She wanted to, be with her kids before they grew up fully. Triple H, he's back to what he was doing best, what he did best, and that's creative. But now he's in charge of creative for the entire company. I think this will be indicative of what the future holds for the company. And I honestly don't think it's going to be where Vince takes back control. It might just be me trying to be optimistic, but I don't think it's Vince trying to take back control. Because in all honesty, if Vince wanted to take control, he would have already. That's just my opinion. If Vince wanted to take control, he would have already. But I think he's seeing the ratings, he's seeing the direction, he sees what Triple H has been doing, and he's letting Triple H have control. Because honestly, I don't think Vince wants that control anymore. I don't think Vince wants that control anymore. If he did, when he came back, he would have included that in his letter. All he included in his letter was helping WWE from a business standpoint. Helping WWE from a business standpoint. Not a day-to-day operations, a business standpoint. But this resigning of Stephanie resigning and walking away from WWE is surreal, for one, but also not surprising because, as she says, that I've decided to return to my leave and take it one step further with my official resignation. So she feels like WWE is in an uncompromised, well, as she says, in a strong position, and feels comfortable enough to leave the company. I think this has more to do with the fact that she wants to leave the company while her family is still in power, rather than after it's sold. Because she knows that the corporate structure is going to be, the company is going to be restructured once it gets sold, and she wants to be, she wanted to leave on her terms. And I completely respect that. I completely respect everything that Steph has given to WWE, to wrestling, and the idea of her wanting to go back and be a mother while her kids are still at the age where they're not capable of taking care of themselves. Because I think that's one regret that I'm sure Vince may have, that he wasn't necessarily there for his kids when they were growing up. So Stephanie wants to be there for hers when they're growing up. But the last 2 weeks, as far as news with WWE is concerned, is surreal. And I again just want to say thank you to Steph for all she's given to wrestling over the years. I, for one, in my opinion, don't believe that this is going to lead to Vince taking more control, as I think Vince is here to do what he wants, what he's said to do, what he said he wanted to do, and that's it. And that Triple H is going to keep his position, and that they just wanted to scale back as they look for a sale partner on the corporate structure, where it's now a clear structure as opposed to having a co-CEO and co-chairwoman with her father. because her father is the head of the board of directors. Nick Khan is now the head CEO, and Triple H is now the chief content officer, or still the chief content officer. So now the corporate structure is a little bit more clean. And honestly, I don't think Steph wanted to come back when she did. She came back for the betterment of WWE. But now that her father's back, she doesn't need to be there anymore. That's the only reason why she left. Is because she didn't want to come back when she did. She didn't want to come back when she did. And if anything, this proves that her leaving in the first place had very little to do with her father and a lot to do with her family. That's all I got to say. But thank you to Stephanie for all she's done. And as far as you fans are concerned, please don't let this get to your heads. Look at it from my standpoint, and at least consider it from my standpoint, that it's not the worst thing in the world to happen. That's it. These have been my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please try and stay optimistic, because the Royal Rumble is right around the corner, and we're going to find out in the next couple of days what's actually going to happen, and I will let you guys know more when I know more in the coming weeks, in the coming days. Until then, stay sane, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.